end of an era, as the very last Boeing 747 will be delivered tomorrow for use as a cargo plane.
For more than 50 years, the 747 has been praised for broadening air travel and bridging wide distances. Chris Van Cleve went to the plant outside of Seattle that built the final 747 and made some of the people who've spent generations working on it.
Pan Am will bring you the world's first 747.
Even before Boeing's 747 flew its first passengers back in 1970, the world knew this was something special.
So what do you think? Still intimidating.
And from day one, the Anderson family has quite literally had their hands on nearly every single 747 built, working on the production line in Everett, Washington. Andy Anderson was a supervisor on the prototype. His son Vic is now a lead mechanic on the last one, and about 875 before it.
He turned them on, and I'll be turning them off. It means a lot to our family, really.
We were there in December as Vic took his dad to see the final assembly of the final Queen of the Skies, just days before it rolled off the line, took its first test flight, and got bathed in about 120 gallons of paint ahead of its final delivery tomorrow.
I'm going to miss it. I already miss it.
Back in 1969, Andy Anderson was back in this same plant as they built the world's first jumbo jet, twice the size of the largest airliner to date.
It crossed everybody's mind whether it was going to get off the ground or not.
When you saw that first one fly, what went through your mind?
It gave you goosebumps.
And for more than 5 decades, its 4 engines have carried millions of travelers, 6 presidents, and even the space shuttle across the country and around the world. But newer, more fuel-efficient planes with 2 engines are bringing about the end of the 747. Boeing engineers thought this mid-century engineering marvel would only fly passengers for a decade before supersonic planes like the Concorde became the norm. They designed the 747 to live on as a freighter, which is how it got that iconic hump, allowing for a nose that could open to load cargo. So it's fitting the final 747 is a freighter that'll be delivering for years to come. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News in Everett, Washington.